Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ryan Orton's Gaming here, and we're going to rank every single Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies weapon on this fantastic tier list. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So, first of all, we've got the lightning staff. So this is the purple staff, and it is a fantastic weapon. Although it is, it drops off like every other staff. To be fair, it doesn't last as long as, like, let's say, the ice staff or the wind staff, but it is a top tier weapon. It's a wonder weapon. It's absolutely fantastic. It gets you further than most weapons in this game, let's be honest. So I think there want a good start. Now I think this is the dual wield 5.7s. I don't know if I'm right about this. Might change towards the end of the video. They're an average weapon. They do their piece. They're not too bad. They're not too amazing either. I'll probably put it in middle tier for now, but that'll change. I think this is the M881. This is a burst fire weapon. You know what? It isn't too bad. It isn't too good. It's sort of just average, really. I'll probably put it above the 5.7s, if that is the 5.7. Python. Python's a very high damage weapon. Reload speed could be improved though. It's okay when you have speed cola, but it is a very powerful weapon, so I probably would put it in high tier. This is the KSG. So the KSG to me is an interesting one because, to be quite honest with you, as controversial as this might sound, I didn't use it actually too much, if I'm completely honest with you, because I prefer weapons that give you points and have a lot of power to them. And I thought the shotguns in BO2, while they were better than the thingy version, they were better than Black Ops 1. I wouldn't say they were like the go-to weapon to use in comparison to like Black Ops 3, for example. For me personally, I'd probably put it in mid tier, probably in the middle. People might say that's a controversial pick, but I just didn't find myself using that much. MP40, fantastic points weapon. Did good on the early rounds in particular. Obviously, it did drop off even when it was packer punched towards the higher rounds, but it is a good points weapon. I'll probably put it again in middle tier between the M881 and the KSG. RPG. Well, PhD wasn't really in this game too much, which obviously caused a lot of issues for weapons like this, unfortunately. The RPG itself, when it's not Pack a Punch, is terrible. Pack a Punched it is amazing, but you've got weapons like the Mustang and Sally, which are much better. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's difficult because it's not Pack a Punch, it's garbage. PhD wasn't really present in the game, but it did do its bits when it needed to. I'll probably put it in the bottom of mid tier for now. Okie dokie. Now we're getting into some interesting stuff. So I've actually completely forgot the name of this weapon already, but I do know what weapon this is. Um, and to be quite honest with you, it was all right, not too bad. Probably put it here though. Well, oh God, not there. Nothing special, but it is what it is. Right, I think this is the AK-74. You God, it's really hard to see with some of these pictures, but I think it's the AK-74U on BO2. All right, weapon, not too bad. Probably put it just here though. Okay. Oh God, it's really hard to tell what some of these weapons are. Right, I'm going to use this one. Oh, this one. This is the mini Uzi, and I'm going to get so much hate for this. So much hate. Because a lot of people rank this in high tier. But I don't actually think it's a very good weapon, if I'm completely honest. I think it's kind of overrated in a way. Just because it's on Mob of the Dead. And truthfully, when you think about it, it's useful, but only in the early rounds. It does its little bits. But that's kind of about it, really. I found myself after a bit thinking this weapon would have a lot of ammo either, and it was pretty good when Double Tap 2.0 was on it, I suppose, but I don't know. For me personally, it doesn't really get much more than a mid tier. I'm probably going to put it between there. I think that's a fair place for it. Okay. Oh, I think I know what this is now. I think if I'm right, I'm just going to double check. No, I'm not. Never mind. I don't know what it is. Okay, Remington New Model Army, just a more fun version of the Python. Perfect, perfect. It's a very good weapon. It deserves to be in high tier. It's a really good weapon. RPD had a lot of ammo, was really, really useful actually on BO2. It's not bottom tier, Jesus. Really useful on BO2. It did a heck of a lot of damage, to be quite honest with you, compared to a lot of the other weapons. Had a lot of ammo. I'm going to put a respectable bottom of high tier for now. Okay, the chicken. It's not bottom tier because when it is it does give you a lot of points in the early rounds, and it can be not too terrible when it's pack punch, but it is low tier. It wasn't a brilliant weapon. I'd trade this weapon out for most other guns in BO2 to be honest with you, so that's where it's going. Okie dokie. Now it's trying to work out what the different snipers are in this game because they all look the same in these pictures. Right, I think this is the this is the SVG. This is the SVG. SVG is a brilliant weapon. Absolutely brilliant weapon. And I think, you know what? It deserves top tier. It really does. And I'll explain why. It's a semi-automatic sniper rifle. Did very high damage. It really helps get to the high rounds. It was used in the buried high round strategy, and it's a fantastic weapon. It lasts a long time. So, I think another weapon is M14. Okay, M14 to me is just like any other star weapon. It's alright. Just does its job when it needs to. But it is a low tier weapon, really. If you think about it logically, while it does help in the early rounds, you end up getting rid of it, maybe round 6, round 7 at a push. Pack a punch, it doesn't really do much for you, if I'm honest. So it's staying there. B23R. Now, this weapon doesn't have a lot of ammo. It is okay, I guess, to an extent. But for me personally, I'd probably put it at the bottom of low tier. It's not got a lot of ammo. Nah, it's not great. Right, Olympia. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Oh, I don't know, but we'll put in low tier or bottom tier. You know what? Just gets low tier because when it's pack a punched, it is quite powerful. But this weapon's not good for early round, really. It does kill the zombies better than the M14 to an extent, but only has 2 bullets in the magazine, so you have to reload all the time. And you don't get a lot of points for killing a zombie. I think it's 50 or 60 points. Not really worth it, if I'm honest. The reason it's not in bottom tier because it actually does do damage. It actually does kill the zombies, so it's kind of lucky in that sense. Okay, now I think if I'm right, this is the DSR, and I'll be completely honest with you. I use the SVG a heck of a lot more. Or SVU, SVG. It's one of the one. I can't remember which one it was, but the DSR. It's a good weapon. To be fair, it's not like top amazing though. I'd probably put it at the top of mid tier because it did when you needed it, it was good, but it was very slow to use, so it did cause me a few issues. PDW, fantastic points gun. I'm telling you that right now. Top of mid tier, 100%. I use this gun a lot in the early rounds, and then I will obviously upgrade it for a better weapon. But this gun for points was fantastic. War Machine, bottom tier. It is actually not too bad pack a punch, but the way you shoot and the grenades don't explode. It's terrible. And all the pack a punches really make the grenades explode early, and it is better, but it's not really just no. Okie dokie. Where are we on to next? Remington shotgun. Yeah, to be honest with you, I hardly remember using this weapon at all. It was alright, I guess. Probably put it mid tier. But yeah, mid tier there. Right, SMR, bottom tier. It's terrible pack a punch. Accuracy's appalling. Do I need to say more? Damage didn't exist. Just no. It was a no from me. Okay, this is the MP5. MP5. So the MP5 to me is mid tier, mid tier. You probably find most weapons here going on mid tier. To be quite honest with you, good points weapon. Wasn't really as good as wasn't really as good as as the MP40 though. I'd probably put it behind the Uzi. I think that's a fair position to put it. Okay, controversial. Top of bottom tier. This weapon's ammo was terrible. You'd use it, you'd be out of ammo in 2 seconds. Not going to say any more than that. It's appalling. I don't care what anybody says. It's not good. The FNFAL. Now, the FNFAL, controversial, I know. I actually found it quite effective for damage and points, weirdly enough. But it did drop off quite a bit afterwards. Packable, she wasn't great. But it was good for points, and the accuracy on it was really good for. It was good for headshots, but it wasn't really good, much better for that. So I'll probably put it next to the RPD right there. Right, Ballista. Ballista was on Origins, so it was Origins exclusive, so I've got to bear that in mind. This is a tricky one actually, because the Ballista was terrible for points, but it was pretty good accuracy. Packer punched, it was meh. I'm probably gonna put it behind here. It did what it needed to do, but it wasn't brilliant, if I'm honest with you. Okie dokie. So what have we got next? We've got the M16. Damage on this weapon isn't actually that fantastic, to be quite honest with you. It was much better in BO1. Well, it served its purpose better in BO1 because just the weapons in BO2 are better than BO1 in general. So if I put that into perspective, I'm probably going to put the M16 in. I'm going to put it probably just after the MP40 there. It's all right, but it's not like the best weapon in the world, if you get my drift. Right, 5.7. 5.7 dual wield is obviously better than the 5.7. So I'm literally going to put it behind the 5.7 dual wield. It makes sense, right? Oh, I think I've ranked a weapon wrong here, because this is the AK-74U 100%. What weapon did I rank before? Maybe I did rank it correctly. It looks like, yeah, the weapons look like they're in the right place. I'm not sure what weapon that's supposed to be, actually. Is that the AK-47? Wait a minute. If it is the AK-47, no, it's not the AK-47. It's not the NA-94 either. I can't even think what weapon that is. It's staying there for now anyway. But this is the AK-74U 100%. And the AK-74U, it's alright. Not too bad. Not too great. It's going here. I think it deserves to be there. Right. I'm going to double check to make sure, but I think this is the ballistic knife. Ballistic knife, if I'm honest, other than reviving people, it's not really a good weapon to use for zombies. If I'm telling you the truth, I'm being completely honest with you. Maybe it is the standard knife, but I think it's the ballistic knife. It can revive people, but it's not very effective on solo. I'd probably put it, because it does have an effect and is useful in co-op. I'm going to put it on the top of low tier, but that's my limit. Okay, interesting. This is the Type 25. I mean, it was okay, I guess. Gave you points, did its job, but wasn't really good for high rounds or anything else for that matter. I'm probably going to put it about. Yeah, I'm going to put it ahead of the 5.7s here. Wait, yeah, I think that's a fair. No, it's going here. It's going here. Okay. Wait, what sniper rifle will this be then? I'm trying to think what sniper this is going to be, or the duplicated one by accident, because I can't think of any other snipers in BO2. You see what I mean? Some of these weapons are really forgettable to an extent. It's kind of mental. Okay, I think this is. I'm going to put it in mid, simply because I don't recall using it very much. It's definitely above this one, because Bliss is the worst. It looks like it's the same though. What gun was this? I'm gonna put it like here somewhere, just on the basis of I'm not too sure, and I know it's not a low tier weapon. Snipers aren't that bad in BO2. Right, I think, because some of these pictures are bad. Whoever made these pictures needs a good talking to. It's not the NA94. What gun is that? I'm gonna leave it actually. Death Machine though. For me personally, the reload on it was extremely slow to the point you could die. The ammo on it actually wasn't that fantastic. When you think about it, you only got 2 clips of ammo, and you ran with it so slowly. It was unbelievable. It was almost a waste of time using it. It was good pack a punch damage wise, but the ammo wasn't good. The ammo wasn't good. I wouldn't put it in. I wouldn't put it in high tier. I'm probably going to put it on the top of mid tier on the basis if it was slow reload and not a lot of ammo, but the damage was there. It was good. Right, this is the wind staff. Hold on. I'm just going to move this up slightly. What's going on? Why can't I move my thing up? This is very frustrating. What's going on? I'm serious. I can't move the thing up. There we go. It just got stuck for a second. Right, wind staff. I'm gonna put it behind the lightning staff. I think the wind staff is worse. This is my opinion though. Top tier though. Excellent. Right, jet gun. Right, you know where this is going. Right there, right at the bottom. Hang on, have I put the SMR right there, right at the bottom, right at the back as well? So I don't know why I put it at the front. Jet gun. It's got limited ammo to be fair, but it does break unless you know how to use it extremely well. And most people don't know how to. It's extremely finicky to use. It's awful. And if it breaks, you're rebuilding the damn thing. You have to go back to all the locations you previously went to just to rebuild the weapon. It's a nightmare. Right, up next we have the ray gun. Ooh, the ray gun. The ray gun, the ray gun. I'm going to put it in high tier. I'll probably put it there. So the reason it's not top tier is because it's simply because other weapons do outshine it. Like you've got all the staffs, the blunder gap, for instance, the paralyzer ray gun mark 2. They do outshine this weapon. And it's not the weapon's fault as such. It's just it can't really do much better than high tier. It's not an S tier weapon. It does drop off after a bit, and that's about it. Sliquifier. Ooh, I think this is the best wonder weapon in the game still. I genuinely do. Yes, it has its effects where you can slip off while using it, but if you use this well, you'll get even when it's patched and you can get it and you can actually get it back to pre-patch form with certain glitches and stuff. This weapon is insane. It will continuously do damage to zombies endlessly. You fire one shot, it will get you probably through a whole round of zombies, no matter what round it is. You're doing it. It's amazing. MG08, fantastic weapon, very very high damage. Probably, I'm gonna put it ahead of the ray gun. Actually, this weapon when it's packable is insane, insanely good. Doesn't do unlimited damage though, unfortunately. It does cap off, but it feels nice to use as well. Right. I can't remember what this weapon's called. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, but I do know how good it is. I think it's the Scorpion Evo, actually. No, it's a Scorpion Evo. Scorpion Evo. It was alright. Wasn't low tier. Probably put it in mid tier. I'd probably say it's probably about here. It's alright, does its job. That's all I really can say, really. Probably not the explain some of these weapons very well. Like AK-47 is a good weapon. Mid tier. I'm gonna put it head of the PDW behind the Death Machine. I think that's respectable. Blunder gap, blunder gap, blunder gap. I'm gonna put this in high tier. High tier ahead of the ray gun, but no, I put it ahead of high tier. It's a very good weapon. You can become the Vitrolio Wyvern, which is extremely powerful and has a monkey bomb effect as well when you pack a punch it. And it is really no, it doesn't. That's not ignore me. It doesn't have a monkey bomb effect. That's the Blood of the Dead version. That'll be on BO4's list. But it doesn't stay powerful forever. It does get weaker as you go further down the line. You have to reload it a lot as well. So I think the top of high tier is a very fair place to put it. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. Okie dokie. So now we've got the fire staff. Fire staff, if I'm being completely honest with you, is going to go ahead of the lightning staff, and it's going to go there. Fantastic weapon. It's not the best staff, but it's a fantastic weapon. Okie dokie. Then we've got this weapon. It's in my head. Can't remember what it is, but I know what it is. If that makes sense, it's a mid tier weapon for sure. I'd probably put it. Here. No, here. I think it belongs there. I think that's a good place for it. Okay, Galil. Galil for me, it was much better in BO1 in the sense that there was more going for it in BO1 because a lot of weapons are mid tier. but it is a really good weapon still nonetheless. For now, I think it deserves to go on the top of mid tier. I think that's a fair place to put it. I might change my mind later though. Ray Gun Mark II. Ray Gun Mark II is a brilliant weapon. Is it an S tier weapon? Probably not, because it does drop off quite a bit, but I'm going to put it on the top of high tier. It is a very good weapon. It is a good weapon. Paralyzer, if used correctly, is fantastic. It does deserve top tier. Is it better than the staff? Probably not, because if you actually no, there's more use for it. I don't know. I don't know, because it does drop off. It does stop doing damage to the zombies completely after a bit, though. I'm going to stick it there for now. You guys might disagree, but I'm probably going to leave it there, though. Boom Hilda is a brilliant weapon. Can do lots of tricks with it. Does a lot of damage. It's good for panzers and origins. It's definitely going on high tier. I'll probably put it behind, ahead of the ray gun, and next to the MGOA. I think that is a very fair place to put it. Very good weapon. Very, very good weapon. Then we've got the hammer. I think this is the hammer. Hammer LMG. Right, if this is the hammer MLG, this was a pretty good, pretty good, because to be quite honest with you, you could move. It reloaded faster than most LMGs in the game, and did do a lot of damage. I think it's better than the RPD personally, so I think it deserves to go in the high tier right there. I think this is like this weapon. I know for a fact is the MTAR. I'm still trying to figure out what that weapon is. It's so blurred, but this is the MTAR. It's a respectable mid tier weapon for sure. I think it's one of the better ones as well, and I think it deserves to go behind there. I think that's a very good place for it. I remember using it and feeling good. Executioner. Now, people call this a shotgun, but I think this is a revolver, but I could be wrong. But I don't know why people say it's a shotgun. Just no. I think it's high tier for sure. Damage output's insanely high. It's definitely above there. I think it deserves to go here. The only issue is with it, it does have slow reload, and you do have to be quite accurate with it, if I'm completely honest with you. Right. This. Shotgun. Still can't tell what it is. The picture's so bad. But I think I know which weapon it is. Think it deserves to go about here at best. AN-94, right. It's not a top tier weapon. Wait, saying that, it might actually be a top tier weapon, because you can get it off the wall. Probably put it here in top tier. The reason it's top tier is because the damage output for what it is insane. You can keep getting ammo for it. It's so good. It's better than the Galil, on the basis of, well, while the Galil, yes. Wait a minute. Is this weapon the Galil, though? Where did I put the Galil? I've not put the Galil. I think this is the... No, this is the Galil. Wait, so the Galil, which is here, I hope. God forbid if I'm wrong, though, but it's the only one I can looks to resemble it. The Galil would go in high tier, and probably only about here. But the AA-94 goes to top tier, because you can get ammo for it, and the damage output is practically the same. There's literally no difference, so I'd probably put it there. Then we've got the ice staff. This is easily the best staff, and I'd put it behind the Sliquify, because the ice staff does eventually lose its damage, and that's not to mock it. It gets you to like around 100 plus. That's still high, but Sliquify just gives you the extra boost you need, really, if I'm honest. Right. Oh wait, hang on a minute. I've already ran the Blundergat though. Oh, is this the... I think they've duplicated weapons on this by accident. Because I'm not too sure. I'm going to leave that one. But I'm not ranting the Tommy gun. The Tommy gun, mid-tier weapon. I'll be honest with you, why it was good, it was a good for the map. I didn't think it was actually that good to use. I'm probably going to put it there at best. I'm still not sure what that weapon is, but I've ranked the Blundergat already, so I don't need to rank that again. But yeah, guys, this is my tier list overall, and I think it's pretty fair, to be quite honest with you. I think the weapons at the top do deserve to be at the top. I might have got the sniper rifle wrong. If I have, I do apologise, but the images are quite difficult to see, and I didn't make this tier list personally. Like, I didn't make the images and the rankings and stuff, but I think for the most part, these weapons deserve to be where they are. Let me know in the comments what you think of this tier list. I'm open to all opinions, like with the other tier lists I've made in the past. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.